That's here. Let me see if I can get anybody to come in. We will see. Okay, the iPad is working, so I can kind of see the chat. We'll turn that down, turn the volume off. While we're just setting up here. Hello. I'm going to wait till we bring some people in. So if you're seeing this on the replay, you can just kind of fast forward through the beginning. I might have to put out a notice that it's going up. Just didn't feel like doing a long form content video tonight. So we'll wait and see. See if anybody can come in. If not, we'll just take it down. Oh, there you are. Hi, Kelly. This is probably just for you. I don't know if anybody else will be watching live. I usually get more of an audience on a long form content video, but I just wanted to go over with some people some of the pieces that I have. And let me try to set this iPad up so I can kind of see the chat at the same time. Anybody that's there in the chat, just give me a shout out. Let me just set up the chat for a second. Just give me one moment. Okay. Hey, 3 people in here, and I think one of them's me, and the other is Kelly, and who else is in here? Okay, I got a Bluebox today. Let me just tell you, it came early, and it came from the Nashville, Tennessee Goodwill from Bluebox.com. And at first, my heart kind of sank because I've only ever received one other box from Nashville, and that box didn't go so well. I mean, it went okay, but it wasn't great. It didn't have the wow factor like I do pretty well with Ohio, and I've done very well with, I think there's one in New York, New Jersey area. You know, New Jersey, but up in the New York City suburban area, and that was phenomenal. You can hear me. Just let me know in the chat. I have the new Porta mics plugged in, but I think I'm having a problem with my iPhone connector. So I don't know if the mic is actually picking up. And I thought it was the mic, but I think it's the connection. Oh, you can hear me, Kelly. Thanks for letting me know. It would take a long time to film and edit a long form content, although there's really no money in the in the live format. It's just like the shorts. I had a shorts that blew up the other day, and I've made like I think 80 or 90 cents. So it's just for the fun of it that I'm doing this. But I was shocked because I opened this box and like immediately amazing pieces started to fall out. The first piece that I saw was this, and it's not real gold, but it's a Napoleon Emperor coin brooch, and it's in very good shape. And they're priced all over the place online, but they're not cheap. I guess the cheapest one I saw was maybe 15, $20. So I was very happy with that considering it was the first piece that I saw. And then all these other brooches started falling out, including this really nice vintage enamel kitty cat brooch, and it's kind of a lavender and pink with a pink rhinestone collar. Like, I don't know who makes it, but it looks pretty vintage, possibly mid-century modern to me. That's just my opinion. If somebody else sees something and they can point something out, feel free to educate me. Here's another one. It's also listed on the internet as a thin cat or a Siamese cat, and it's got these Aurora Borealis stones, and it's believed to be from the 1950s or 60s, and it's got the red painted eyes, and the kitty's wearing like a little bow tie. It's just gorgeous, and it's a brooch. It's a pin, like I'm definitely, oh, thank you. I'm looking at my iPad. I cannot see the chat very well on my phone that I'm filming with. Thank you. This cat, this is really bomb. I get a lot of people on these chats when I do the jewelry sales and whatnot, like, "Do you have any cats?" And they sell out right away. And, I got 2 already. Just, I haven't even gone through the whole box yet. I've already got 2 kitty cats. I also found a standard poodle, but it was also from the 50s or 60s, but it had a little piece of the tail missing. I haven't set any prices yet. I'm gonna have to comp, but look at this brooch. This is a rose, and what's different, there's another rose brooch in here that's gorgeous too. But this one that has the pearl in the blossom, in the bud, is actually hand painted pink. And pink are my favorite roses, even more so than red. And this pink rose is just gorgeous. I mean, it almost looks like a real flower on a gold tone setting. It's just gorgeous. And most of the other ones I find online are enamel. And this isn't enamel, it just appears to be hand painted. And then I might sell it together with this one because here's another gold rose brooch that's just beautiful. It's in perfect shape. I think both of these are very vintage. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure that the roses are vintage. Now, this actually blew my mind. This is a piece of jade. I haven't tested it yet, but I will. And it's in a piece of 12 karat gold filled. And just for those who don't understand gold fill, it's 1/20th pure gold. So think about the math. 1/20th pure gold is the amount of gold that's in a 12 karat gold filled piece. The necklace was, the chain is something that I added. It came in the box as well. So when I was pulling everything apart from the big entanglement, I don't know which chain may have come out of this. So I just matched it with this really nice rope chain. But a piece of jade on 12 karat gold. I found a listing. I found several of listings for these, and they go for about $70. Like, I'm not kidding. Um, $70 for something like this. It's also signed. It's from a designer. Who was it? Uh, was it Serrano? I'll have to look. It started with an S. I'll look later, but it's signed. It's vintage. It's 12 karat gold filled, 1/20th pure gold with jade on a gold chain. Like, unbelievable. Like, to find gold in a Goodwill box is pretty rare. And speaking of gold, I have to get out the tester later tonight because there is an 18 karat gold chain. Yeah, little cable chain, little woman's chain. Very, very nice. It's very, very dainty, very light, but it is stamped 18 karat. Now, just because something is stamped doesn't mean that it is 18 karat, but I will have to test it. And it doesn't say 18 karat gold filled, it says 18 karat. So I was like, oh my gosh, I've got 2 pieces of gold. And it just keeps getting better. Here is a Roman pendant. It's signed, and I will have to test it, but according to image searches, this is a blue sapphire, and it looks pretty old. I don't know that it is. Maybe it's like 70s or 80s old. I'd have to look up the dates that Roman made these things, but it's got these ZZs all around it. None of them are missing. It's signed on the back Roman on the bail, but this blue sapphire, the camera just doesn't do it justice. And I also put a gold tone cable chain on it. Now that cable chain was also in this box. Several of the things, like I said, came apart while I was separating the big entanglement, which wasn't so big. It was pretty easy for me to get most of the items apart. I tried to film it, and then I was like, yeah, I gotta scrap it. But yeah, look at that sapphire. So I've got a jade and a sapphire. Now I will test it with the Presidium gem tester just to make absolutely sure. And there was another piece in here I wanted to show you, and I don't see it now because it was just a small earring. But I actually got a pearl, and it's a real pearl. And there's some faux pearls, or faux, I should say, pearls in here. but there's actually a real one too that I found amongst all this. Well, then I found this piece and I thought, oh, this is just a really nice beaded, it's a 4-strand necklace and it's pretty long, pretty heavy, kind of is in the shape of pearls, but they're not pearls, they're beads. And it's got a signature on the back. And it turns out this is from an Italian company out of Florence, Italy called Biggio Cascio or Casio. It's not spelled like Casio watch, it's spelled Cascio. So maybe it's Casio. If anybody knows, is a Casio, Casio. But the first name is Biggio. So Biggio, Casio, Casio, Florence, Italy. There's one on eBay that's a 3-strand that's just like this, except this is 4, and it just sold for $75. So that's incredible that there is a $75 necklace. It may even be worth more since it has the 4 strands versus the 3 strands. I also found an Alex and Ani slide necklace or bracelet, and it has the letter A for me, for April. There's also, look at this, a little gold tone pendant with a necklace. It says Aries, and that's me. I'm like, whoa, I can't believe it. I also found some vintage Avon pieces, and I'm going to stick into, here's one of them. I'm going to put that in the Avon box. I have a whole bag of vintage Avon. You wouldn't think that Avon would be worth anything, but it actually is because most of this was made in the 70s and the 80s. So if you collect it and you sell it in a big lot someday, you can actually get a lot of money for the bag. Now, one of the, what I thought was a not attractive piece was this, but I looked it up. And guess what? It's Elisa or Alicia D from Italy. This is a signed resin piece. They make these chunky, bold statement necklaces. I didn't think it was attractive just because, it's kind of black and kind of a dark gray. But if you look them up online, they also go for a pile of money. Like, are you serious? Like, this is actually worth something, but it's a signed piece. And it actually says on the signature piece, it's got the lady's name, the designer's name, and it says made in Italy. I would have never guessed that that made in Italy piece was worth money. Now, this, I'm guessing this is faux. I haven't tested it, but it's a giant turquoise cross, and it's on a huge silver chain with turquoise. It's not signed, I don't think. Let me look. Oh, actually, it is signed. It's signed EL, and when they just put initials like that, it usually means it's a Native American made piece because the Native Americans usually just sign with a symbol and like in a circle or with a moon. So it's probably faux, but EL. We'll have to do some research to see who that is, but probably a Native American, either Navajo or there's another tribe that does the sign pieces like this, but you know, somebody's really gonna like that. I've also got a whole bag of turquoise if anybody wants to buy a whole bag. But I also found this little seed bead piece. I'm not a seed bead kind of person, but look at this. This is Native American boho style, and it's been handmade, and it's huge, like a statement necklace. The camera's not even wide enough to show it. It's just gorgeous. Somebody took a lot of time to put these beads together to make this, boho design. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I probably wouldn't wear it, but people that collect that would love it. I know somebody in Vegas who actually loves the seed beads, and they would probably want that. Here's another piece that I thought at first was the ugly factor, but then I looked at it again, and it's actually signed. It's got a maker's name on it. It says Tweed and Twine, and I looked these up, and they actually go for a lot of money. Now, how many of them sell compared to how many are listed? That's a real question mark. But this is some sort of an Indian piece as well, I believe. I'm not sure. I'd have to do more research, but I thought that and the black chunky Italian necklace, I thought those were not that attractive. But they actually, they might not be attractive for me, but if somebody else, it looks like cigarettes. Actually, no, I was thinking bone, like painted bone, like an Aborigine type of style, a tribal type of thing. That's what it looks like with the beads. Looks like stones. But that's funny that you said cigarettes. I would have never thought that one. But see, I'm learning from these because I didn't know about this brand from Italy that's got the big chunky resin or acrylic pieces. I didn't know about the other brand from Italy that's got these big, beads that kind of resemble pearls, but they're metal beads. That this is a designer piece from Florence, Italy. I would have never guessed that. And designer pieces from Italy, they go for a lot of money. I also found this, and this is just bomb. It's not in perfect condition, but it's a road runner. It's gold tone. There's quite a few of them online that are 14K. I don't think this is 14K because it appears to be some sort of yellow gold paint on top of gold tone, but it looks to be very old. I think these are from the 50s. There's a lot of them similar online, but I can't find any so far that's exactly like mine. And the tail has some discoloration, but I still think this is worth quite a bit of money because it's vintage mid-century modern, probably 50s. It could be 60s, but I think it's older than that. Um, I don't think it's antique, but I do think this is very mid-century modern. A gold road runner. Wow. We saw these traveling across country actually coming from Los Angeles when I was a toddler. They would run across the highway out west, so that's pretty cool. I actually saw a real one in Las Vegas once, and it stared at me and ran across the road. So these are incredible animals in, real life. Very incredible. So I think that would probably sell pretty good just because it's 1950s. And this is a little Scottish Terrier dog, and it's enamel, and it's got like the rhinestone collar. Like this is really nice. I think it's also older. I think it's a vintage piece. I've seen several that are similar but not exact that say that they're also older. So probably mid-century modern Scottish Terrier. I'll definitely have to put some of this up on eBay, especially these brooches like the kitty cats, the little dog. There was a really nice one. Let me find that one, but part of the tail appears to be missing. Little standard poodle one. It's just gorgeous. Also older. Could be a schnauzer, but it's online. They're listed as Scottish Terriers. So I guess you could make it whatever you wanted it to be. But yeah, the one that's the standard poodle, which is just gorgeous with it's got like a red eye that you can't really see on camera, but it's got a little teeny tiny piece of the tail missing. So that'll have to go in the scrap pile. But it's still really cute. But I'll put it in the scrap pile. And this one still has a tag. It's an Easter rhinestone pen, and it's got like rainbow colored rhinestones. It's a little chick, a little duckling. I couldn't believe it. And it's still got the tag, and the tag is very old. So I think this piece is like super old. Because look at the price. It says $7.50. Nobody would sell this today for $7.50. So this is probably like from the 70s or the 80s. And it was just like never worn. So they left the tag on it. The tag looks, well, it's probably at least 80s because it's got a barcode, so I guess it could be as old as 82, 83, 84 if it's got a barcode on it. Barcodes were invented actually around 1971, but they didn't really go into use till about 10 to 12 years later. So based on that, let's just guess 80s, but super, super cute for Easter. Like, that's just amazing because I've got the kitties, I've got the little Scottish Terrier, now I've got the little chickie, the little Easter duckling, and then the Roadrunner, and now this little, it's like a Christmas holiday bird, but it's got the red and the green and the blue stones with the enamel on it. Like, this is just gorgeous. And at first I thought it was a robin, but then I'm like, no, because a robin should be blue, but it's not really a cardinal, and it's got the big tail on the back, like a Roadrunner tail, but it's not a Roadrunner. So I'm not really sure what type of bird this is. You might want to put it in the comments, or you put it in the chat since we're live. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And it's a little brooch. It's on a little gold tone. That's awesome. Like, those are just so cute. Things like that, little animals do really, really well. Is it a bunny? No, it's definitely not a bunny. Or do I have any bunnies? I didn't get any bunnies this time. Are you asking if that is a bunny or do I have any bunnies? I've got a real bunny right over in the corner. She's listening to this. I'm surprised she's not over here nudging me. Little Amelia Kensley bunny. So, no bunnies in this pile, but kitties, doggies, and birds, a roadrunner, roses. I also, hello, Kelly, Aunt Kelly. This is a K for Kelly, or it actually could be a K for Kelsa. Yeah, it looks very vintage. It's kind of beat up because I think it's old. I think it's a vintage K. Isn't that cute? So it's a brooch. And then there's another one. Looks a little more modern. Can't tell if it's a J or a G. Yeah, look at that. Anybody in the comments? J or G? But the K it looks super old, the K. It's got a perfect pin on the back. It's not damaged or anything, but I think if somebody wanted it, they would need to try to clean it up, maybe polish it with some. I don't know if it'll polish because I doubt I don't think it's sterling silver. Yeah, isn't that nice? Oh, do you think the J is an I? This? Is that an I? That could be. I thought it was a funny looking J, or then I was like, well, it's not really big enough to be a G. Maybe it's like an italic version of an I, like the italic font. Oh, you thought the bird was a bunny? Like this? Oh, no, no, no. He's got bird legs. He's actually on a branch. The bird is sitting on a branch, but it has a big, big feather, like the roadrunner, but it's not a roadrunner. It's not the right shape to be a roadrunner. So it's like, think of some type of Christmas bird. Yeah, because it's kind of holiday colored. But, I get Christmas vibes from it. So I don't know. But he's pretty cute. Actually, we'll call her she. She looks more effeminate than, I think it's a girl bird. We'll go with that. Now, I've also got tons of these herringbone um, necklaces in here. There's a gold one and there's two silver ones. And they also look to be quite vintage. They look like they need to be cleaned up a bit. They're not real, or as far as silver, they're not sterling or 14 karat or 10 karat, I don't think. But they're that really nice herringbone design, and they're three separate ones, and they're all pretty wide. So those are cool. The herringbone, and let's see, one of them is adjustable. The others are just regular clasp on the back, but I just put those in a pile together because I'll probably list them. Um, Probably just list them in a lot. Oh, I don't have any more mucklucks right now. I wish I did. There's also some really nice pearl earrings in here. I think they're faux pearls, but they're sort of a blue and like a silver gray tint. They're very nice. They look like they're on, like a silver foundation. They've got some little rhinestones. They're kind of hard to see the rhinestones on the internet, on the camera, but they're actually really nice looking earrings, and they're a set. Usually you don't get sets when you do like blue boxes. They're usually strays. Like there's this one pearl that just happened to walk off the table before I turned on the camera. That's actually, I tested it, and it's a genuine pearl. Yes, I actually did the tooth test. I know that sounds gross, and I brushed my teeth right after I did it, but I did the pearl test with not this earring, because that one's faux. Yeah. But there was another one that's on a little gold tone setting, and it's real. So I need to find that because I need to test the setting. Because, I don't think they would, I mean, they could put a real pearl into a junk setting, but usually when you have a really nice, genuine pearl, it's put into a gold setting, like a 10 carat or 14 carat. So I did set that aside. Sorry, I just bumped the phone. I don't have much space here. I'm working off a coffee table. But yeah, now I can't find it. It's here somewhere. But it passed the tooth rubbing test. And you want to do that very soft because you don't want to take off your enamel. Now I do have a question. This is a signed piece, RLM Soho, and that jewelry goes for a lot of money, but I don't know what it is because it's got like a little hook on the back, but it doesn't go all the way through. So if you put a chain on it, it would just fall off. And it's not a brooch because it doesn't have a pin and it's signed. And this is a designer jeweler, RLM Soho. So I would imagine that's from New York. It's kind of beat up. You can see my face. See? You can see my face in the reflection. But it is an RLM Soho What's It. I'm just gonna have to call it a What's It. Then there's some really nice, just like some bracelets. I don't think so. It's a piece of jewelry, if I can speak. And then there's this really nice enamel. It's a bangle. It's really nice. And then there's just some more inexpensive, like some gold tone bangles. There's a Cookie Lee in here too that I found. Where is she? Cookie Lee always does well. They don't make Cookie Lee anymore. All the Cookie Lee stuff is vintage. She was actually local, I think in Orange County, and like all the stones are there, and they're kind of like a dark blue actually. They look black, but they could be a dark blue. I think I've sold one like this before. The Cookie Lee bracelet sign. You just don't get her pieces anymore because I think the company went out of business. But the lady, she doesn't need to work anymore. She's a multi-millionaire designer now. So, it is what it is. And I have a Cookie Lee piece. I have an abalone piece from her that's just gorgeous. And speaking of abalone, look at this. The dolphin. It's a bangle. It's a silver bangle with abalone. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. I love abalone. Look at that. Abalone setting in that dolphin bangle. Oh, very chunky. I might have to hold on to that if I can make enough money from this gold, especially like this 18K. I gotta test this and I gotta weigh this and see how much this is worth because it'll be worth more than melt value because it's in a necklace and it's not broken. It's in perfect condition. very dainty, very effeminate. It definitely wouldn't be for a guy. So you did, no, this isn't going to go for you, but it would certainly go for a woman. You guys that are watching, think about that for Valentine's Day. I'll test it. I'll make sure that it's actual legit, and then I'll weigh it and I'll figure out the melt value of the gold 18 karat necklace, and then we'll come up with something. I also found something, and I'm not sure what it is. I didn't even think it was that pretty, but it is an old, very old, it could even be antique. I found several of them that are similar. It's a brooch. Um, the pin on it is bent, but I just would really love for somebody who is a jewelry seller to see this video, even if you see it after the fact and you have to put your guesses in the comment. You know, once the live reloads, well, it has to upload and process. Eventually, the chat will come back, but you will be able to, place comments on this later as well. I want to know, even if somebody screenshots this, what is this? And it almost seems like it's made possibly of either copper or bronze. They used to make, antique jewelry from copper and bronze. So this, it's definitely not a modern contemporary piece. This is some sort of a vintage piece. Like, you know, I could see this out in a little house in the prairie days, somebody wearing something like this. Like, late 1800s, early 1900s. This is definitely old. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an antique. And speaking of copper, even though we're missing a bead here, I'm going to put this in the copper scrap pile because this is a bracelet. It's a bangle, and it's actually stamped on the inside, genuine copper. And copper bracelets are very, they're they're good for your health to wear them around your wrist. And it is missing one bead, but it's got value just because of the melt value of the copper. Anything copper, save it, even if you're just going to put it in the copper scrap pile. It's always a good find. Uh, Always a good find. Now, I also wasn't that into this piece, but I found it online. Oh, hi, Rock Solid Passion. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, look at this. I didn't think it was much, but I screenshotted it. I image searched it, and these actually go for quite a bit as well. It's this wood with beads, but it's actually made by somebody. Let me see if it had a signature. I just saw it online, like, oh, okay. This piece is made by, mm, I'm doing well, Rock Solid Passion. You just came in, so you'll have to watch this on the replay and see some of these wonderful pieces that I've shown. There's been quite a bit of gold. Oh, thank you so much, Rock Solid Passion. Make sure you check this out on the replay and you can see the gold and the silver that was found. There was some 18 karat gold, some 12 karat, and a couple of silver pieces, even from Spain. Yeah, like I wouldn't guess that this is worth something, but this is probably worth like 20, 25 bucks, just this heart necklace, which would be great because, Valentine's Day is coming. And here is a 925 piece, little cable necklace, and it's stamped Spain. Of course, I'll have to test the silver. There's a lot of things that are marked 925 that aren't, but I think this is real silver, but I will test it to be sure. I'll use the 18 karat gold acid test. And here's another piece that's silver. So I've got, this silver, and I've got this silver. Let me separate the gold here. That's 18 karat gold. So we got 18 karat gold. We got Spain silver, and I just bumped the camera again. We have 925 silver, 925 Spain, and 18K all stamped. And then this other one, like I said, this is stamped too. This is stamped with the 18 karat um, or the 12 karat gold filled, which is 1/20th pure gold. And let me get out the little, I have a little thingy here. Let me see, little magnifier. It is a, I think it's Sorrento. Let me look. Just hold on a minute. I'll be right there. Very hard to see. It's very small print on the back of this, the one that's stamped the gold. It is Sorrento. Just to be clear, that is a Sorrento 12 karat gold um, setting for a piece of jade. And I will have to test the jade just to make sure that it's actually jade. There's also a really cute Hugs and Kisses bracelet in here. And it's got, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's got Aurora Borealis stones. Yeah, they all have that Aurora Borealis like sparkle, like when you turn it. Like you may not see it on camera, but those are Aurora Borealis stones, and it's got a really good clasp on it, like a safety clasp type of thing. Yeah, that's nice. It's not signed. I was surprised because a lot of these turn out to be silver or gold, and they're signed. That one is not. And my mic is, the receiver's flashing at me, so I hope you can still hear me. I hope. Well, at least you guys can see the pictures if you can't. And here is a nice statement necklace. It's just some sort of rhinestones with gold tone. It's kind of cute. Is there a signature on it? I think I saw one earlier on one of these. No, I don't think so. Oh, you can hear it fine. Okay. Yeah, really nice statement piece. There's a lot of hearts in here. Like here's a little heart pendant, and here's another little heart bracelet. This was a really nice brooch, but it's missing two of the pearls. So it's going to have to go in the scrap bag, but it's still really nice. Somebody can fix that easily. I was really thrilled that when I got the Alex and Ani, I've got a ton of these. I've got a whole bag of these. I'm going to sell them in a big giant lot because I've got a whole bag of slide bracelets. But this has actually got the letter A. Yay! I think I showed it earlier, but if I didn't, there it is. And then there's another Alex and Ani in here. Those actually go for a bit of money. People collect the Alex and Ani pieces. And then I found this couple of like really nice, just imitation gold, but they're like really nice, necklaces. Kind of like a cable chain or a rope chain. It's very nice. And oh, here's my piece. That might, you know what? I bet that's the missing piece to the copper bracelet. Hmm. I'll have to get some jewelry glue and I'll be able to repair the copper bracelet. That's nice to know. I found that in the pile. So that just probably came off. Probably had some kind of cheap jewelry glue on it. It just fell off. But copper bracelets actually sell pretty well. So I might have to invest my super thanks in here or my super chat and get some jewelry glue off of Amazon so I can fix that copper piece. That's pretty cool. There's another gold one in here, like a statement necklace, or actually more of a choker necklace. And it's so nice. It's not real gold, but it's really a nice piece. When I put it on the jewelry, yeah. Oh, the gold acorn looking piece. Which one were you speaking of? The one with the wood heart? Up front. Here? That's the wood necklace? Nope. This is the copper bracelet? Down. Okay. Gold bracelet? Nope. Um, oh, you mean this piece that I think is the antique? there's the antique piece. Well, I think it's antique. It could be copper or bronze. Bottom center, big like an acorn. Oh, do you mean this? This is a watch, and it's on a chain. Yeah, the watch is not working, so it probably needs a battery. I don't know how easy that would be to replace. It's a quartz watch, and then this little acorn closes, and then it's got like these little angel wings or feathers on it. Whoops, sorry about that. It's tangled up in the tripod, the chain. It's got like a dark brown, bronzy kind of colored chain. So it just hangs like this. I don't know, are those feathers or angel wings? And then it's got a little snap at the top, and then you just open it up, and it's got a watch. But the watch is not ticking. So, and I don't know who makes this. It does have a little hinge on the bottom. That's how I knew that it opened, because I saw the hinge. And then it's very easy to flip open. If you just go on the top part, the hinge is on the bottom. And then, kind of hard to see, but that is a built-in watch. I think people would wear it even, without knowing that there was a watch in there. So, yeah, that's cool. I haven't Google lensed this yet or eBay lensed it to see like what it is or who makes it. I mean, I know what it is. It's kind of like a pocket watch that's on a chain with either feathers or wings. Yeah, kind of unusual. I've been getting a lot of cool watches lately, I have to say. I've been getting a lot of cool watches. And I've got some gold things that are coming in too. I was on a Whatnot game show last night, and I actually won an auction, and they pulled the wheel, and I got a half a gram of gold nuggets. Like, yeah. I also got a couple of silver coins and some. There are these new currency that's called goldback, and they make them in different states, and you can actually use them in some states as legal currency. And I think I won like three of them, um, and they're actual made of gold. And then they use like some type of polymer to seal the bill, and then it's got like the security. You can light up the back with a blue light, I believe, and you can see the like little security features. And most stores have never seen them. They go, I don't want to take this, but they're actual legal tender. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, when I get them up, I'll let you know. But yeah, I'll have some really cool gold pieces coming, especially that. I can't wait to get the half gram of gold nuggets. And look at this. This is a little silver spoon, and it's signed on the back, and I'm not sure how this is pronounced. Towle, probably toll. Towle. And it's not stamped sterling, but a lot of their pieces are sterling. But I don't think this one is because I don't see a sterling stamp. So I will have to do more research. And it's just like a miniature, but it's it's a brooch. It's got a pin on the back, so you can wear it like this, I guess. Or do you wear it horizontally or vertically? Maybe vertical by the way it's signed, or I mean horizontal because it's signed from left to right, Towle on the spoon. So that's it's very cute. I've never seen that. See, like I said, if I can learn something about jewelry from every single one of these that I do, then I find it worth it, even when, I get the occasional box that's a dud. But I don't think this is a dud because I mean, just look at some of the stuff that's not real gold or silver, but look at these not that earring, but the three herringbone necklaces and the seed bead, the Native American piece, like that's just people collect this stuff. Somebody's going to want this. I don't want it, but somebody's going to want that. And somebody's going to want these beads that are from Alicia D from Florence, Italy. This is a signed designer piece from Florence. Somebody's going to want that. Just as somebody is going to want, um, let's see, hold on. Let me check that really quick. Oh, it's tangled with something. I don't want to misstate or misrepresent. Okay, that's not the Alicia D piece. This is the Bijou Casio piece from Florence. Yeah, the other Italian piece was this one. Yeah, and that's like, it's either acrylic or resin. It's made in Italy and it's stamped or signed Alicia D. It's very, very heavy and chunky. This is pretty heavy too. The one that looks kind of Aborigine, the one that you thought looked like cigarettes, if Kelly is still there. The tweed and twine, or is it no? It's twine and twig. That is the brand name. Twine and twig. This actually feels like a piece of leather. It could be leather. I'm not sure. Twine and twig. And then this piece right here. I didn't think that was worth anything. And that's probably one of my more expensive pieces. There's also a really nice woven pearl. They're not real. It's actually signed. Let's see who signed this. This is a designer piece, I think. I'm going to have to get out the magnifier. Let's see. Oh, this is Avon. Oh, nice. I could put this in the Avon pile unless somebody wants it. So I've got 3 Avon pieces out of this. This pearl, faux pearl, and then I have this little Avon with a green stone. And then there was another Avon piece in here that I had too. Wow, there was an Avon chain that was in here that was damaged. So I'm just going to put that in the Avon box. There's also a couple of nice rings in here, but I didn't get many rings, and I like to save the rings. I've got the one with the red stone and the one with the faux, looks like faux turquoise. Now it's got a little stamp inside. It says MM. I don't know who that is. I assume that's the designer, MM. So it is stamped. If that means anything to anybody, MM, let me know. There's also a little bangle in here that's kind of got a turquoise look to it. I can always put that. I have a big plastic bag full of turquoise and faux turquoise jewelry, and I'll just put it all together. There's also some incredible other brooches in here that I haven't even shown yet, like these 2 brooches, and this one is a leaf one. Like, these went for a lot of money, these gold leaf brooches. And then I've got some stones here that I need to test. I don't know if these are faux or real gemstones, but it's on a necklace. Still don't know what the heck this is. I can see my face there. Yeah, it's designer RLM Soho, but I don't know what it is. And this was a really cool necklace, but it's got a broken clasp. So yeah, that's gonna have to go into the scrap pile. This is cool too. This is like a choker, gold. It's really nice. And then there's some of these. I don't even know why they put this kind of BS in here. I don't want to say any curse words, but these things just cause big. There's 2 of them. There's a silver one and a gold one in here, and it just causes a big giant entanglement. which is something I really don't have the time for. There's another really nice gold. It's like a cable necklace. Very, very nice. Not real gold, but gold tone. Don't think it's designer. It's a nice costume jewelry. So even the stuff that's not signed, I'm pretty pleased with because there was like hardly other than there was a like two pieces I think that are broken. Like this is from Taiwan, and this is actually worth some money, or it would have been, but it was a brooch or a pin, and the pin is missing. It's Ivan, signed Ivan of Taiwan, and this is some sort of pewter piece. And pewter actually goes for good money, and it's also kind of Native American looking. It's got that bull head and it's got the feathers. So this is a nice piece, but it would need to be repaired because the pin is gone. That's kind of sad. But one of my favorites, I'd say two of my favorites are the kitties. The thin, tall kitty that looks Siamese, and then the pink purple kitty with the pink rhinestone collar and the purple ears. Oh, those are my favorite. But you know, I'm a kitty person. I love this bird. Like I said, it looks Christmassy to me, but it doesn't have to be Christmas. And I like the Scotty, the little Scotty dog enamel, definitely vintage. I love the Roadrunner. It's just sentimentally, it means something to me, the Roadrunner. That was me and my parents in the late 60s driving across country, and these were running in front of our car. It's just like, it's amazing. I can remember that from that age because I was very young. And then this rose with the pearl. I just love it because it's got the pink. Yeah, if anybody ever sends me roses, pink. Okay, I'll see you later, Kel. Thanks for coming. Wow, this is an incredible box. I mean, I haven't even showed everything that's in here. There's another really nice turquoise piece in here, just handmade with the beads. It's got the seed beads and the little faux turquoise beads. Very nice. Somebody that's into turquoise will like the turquoise pieces. I think especially the cross. If I do any keepers out of here, it'll be the 18 karat gold and the abalone. But I think basically all the rest of it will be for sale. Um, this is not a long form content, so not a lot of people probably won't even see this, but you can always hit me up in the comments if there's anything that floats your boat. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody coming.